welcome to episode 217 of Watch and Complain.
I wouldn't watch 270 episodes of this.
Oh my God. Can you imagine someone coming into this and then seeing like 217? Where do I go?
Can you imagine? Yeah, if we invited somebody new to join this show and we're like, to really be part of it, you've got to watch the previous 216 episodes. Fuck.
Today we're talking about whatever the fuck we want to talk about.
Yeah,
but
whatever
pretty
we
much
want.
A catch up of what we've been watching.
No one cares.
No one does care. These episodes don't do well, but we have fun doing them.
We do.
Why are you here?
Because I live here.
Better to do.
I fucking live here.
Or sit in shame. Oh wait. Either way, sit in shame.
So, am I losing weight or are we losing weight?
I'm not being supportive, so I don't have to be
all right, so
part of
I'm
it.
losing weight.
I've lost weight.
Yeah, but you cheated.
Cheated? That's the worst thing you can say to someone who goes through what I've been through. I know you're joking, but don't do that to
you know what?
Who
I'm
going
to
to
lose a whole shit ton of weight the correct way, and then I'll say you cheated. That'll be funny. But you know what? No.
For fury.
I won't do that. I'll be like, someone. Oh, how'd you lose weight? Oh, Weight Watchers and counting my what do I count? Points, counting my points and stuff. Phil lost it, a bit differently, but it's still an accomplishment. I'll be one of those asshole people.
I'm going to edit this into splices that make you look the whole way horrible, and then I'm going to tag the community. And then at the end, I'll be like, hee, it's funny.
You cheated, you monster. Hashtag.
Not the way you did it.
I will say.
You cheated.
So, because not that I have to lose weight, but I could stand to lose weight. And
I never said anything.
And so I'm like, okay, with Weight Watchers, I get, I think, 31 points a day or 32 points a day. So I started Sunday, and we go to that Stacked restaurant. It's a restaurant in Kingston.
That was your first issue
Dude,
here.
My fucking breakfast was 47 points. I'm like, shit. And then today, I'm like, all right, I haven't had Taco Bell in a long, long time. I'm gonna, because I'm dying for, especially fried supremes. The only biggest thing I like for Taco Bell. 53 points, bringing my grand total today to 57 fucking points. I'm like, I'm not very good at this.
I love how you guys start Weight Watchers and the first thing you fucking do is go to Stacked.
I'm not going to tell you why we go to Stacked because some of the people,
waitresses are stacked.
Some of the young ladies who work there are extremely attractive.
So it's like Denny's where they just hire waitresses that look. Oh, we're hiring them young because they should join the workforce and we support women.
Every time we go to Denny's, we always get a guy.
Denny's is different now.
Yeah,
so,
I was gonna say,
and I'm sure it depends on the Denny's, but like Denny's, some Denny's are almost like, what's the Hooters like?
Hey, so when I was younger, I used to work for a company where we work with a lot of garages. And there was one place that I went to, and every time I would go there, when I would have to go work on something or discuss something with their development team, the girl behind the counter that was greeting guys as they came in was always a young, gorgeous girl, and like done up to the nines gorgeous. And I remember one time I asked the guy who was the manager there, I was like, it's always a new girl and they're always gorgeous. He goes, that's very strategic. Do you know why? I'm like, no. He said, when guys come in, and these trucks are hundreds of thousands of dollars, and when there's a problem with the truck, especially a truck that they leased from us, they're pissed off. When they come in and they see a gorgeous, cute girl doing that type of shit, he goes, a lot of times it instantly starts dropping. It never disappears, but those girls bear a real brunt of it, and then it kind of drops off, and then they're in a lot easier mood by the time that I got to talk to them. He's like, so it's very strategic. So any place that you go to where they've got a gorgeous girl at the front, car dealerships, another good example, it's always to kind of get those guys are coming, oh, I'm not getting ripped off. I'm going to be smart enough. No one's ripping me off. Those girls are kind of there to kind of break that down so then they can think not clearly, right? They've got this gorgeous girl who's been flirting with them. So one, it goes
not
to show
say that these gorgeous
no,
girls
of course
aren't
not
good at their jobs or anything.
Yeah, and not to say that this is all these women do. They do a lot more. But
it helps.
I was surprised, and then I was talking to one of the girls who was there just because I walk in, I'm chatting with her, and she's like, "Oh yeah," she goes, "I know that's kind of what my job is here." She goes, "But it's great." She goes, "Like I'm getting money for college." She was getting something for a college placement, and she was like, "It's easy. You know, all you got to do is look pretty." And she goes, "Because guys are dumb, you know, so they'll fall for anything." And I was like, "Wow, man, this is amazing."
It's kind of like being a waitress at a Denny's or something. It's like if you are willing to do certain things, you'll get bigger tips.
The worst. So what's the worst server interaction you've ever had?
Oh, I don't know.
So
They're always nice to me, Rob.
no. This one, she was a bit over nice. So we were at a gentleman's establishment, and me and a couple friends from a place I used to work.
Like a strip joint?
They're called gentlemen's establishments.
Like a place where people take off their clothes for money?
Not people, women.
Okay, I don't judge.
But yeah, so yeah, we're at the strip joint, and it was back in Brampton. And
a gentleman's club, you mean?
a gentleman's club. And this waitress, it was busy enough, but this waitress was having a ball around our table because we're a bunch of fucking young 20-something idiots, and we're all drinking. And she would like have a shot whenever we would have a shot. And I noticed that she took a liking to me, and she was maybe a couple years older than me. She took kind of a liking to me, and I'm like, oh, so and she's like, oh, nuzzling me and whatever, but like just nothing hardcore, nothing that would. Well, what's the right way to put this? Nothing noticeable
over the limit.
Nothing over the top. Exactly.
Okay.
Like maybe a little, oh, you like these, you like cause
Just little hints where you're like,
yeah, exactly.
which
Like
is
flirting,
smart.
being flirtatious,
Yeah.
being and I'm like, okay, because she wants a tip. I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah.
When
Or the tip.
she came around the last time, and we said, yeah, we're gonna one last round and then we'll get going. She's like, oh no, you guys can't go. And this guy, I can't remember his name. I believe it started with a K, but I can't remember his name anymore. Yeah, this one guy,
Mike
Kirch,
Kurt.
said, well, what are you going to do to get us to stay, to make us stay? The fuck, what's that guy's name? I can't
It
remember.
doesn't matter, Rob.
This
Make a
girl-
name up.
This girl jumped on my lap, put down the tray, jumped on my lap, and started licking my face. And I was like, ha 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 ha.
What?
Yeah. And I was like, and then she gets up and, oh, okay, we'll stay. Ha ha. We're all, and so we
just
stayed.
out of the blue.
Out of the blue. That was the way that she decided that she would keep us here, was to jump on my lap.
You'd think that worked before. For her to do it again.
But what was weird was then I'm like, okay, I don't want to look like a dick and go to the bathroom and like wash my face off, because then she'll be like, maybe she'll be really offended.
Also, while you're ordering drinks, are you paying each time you get the drink, or are you waiting until the end?
No.
So you're giving tips each time?
Effective, but not like fucking $20.
No, you're like $1 to $3
Yep,
each
yep.
time, depending on how many drinks
Yep.
you're getting at the time.
Yep. And there was,
Okay.
I know there was one,
So it adds up.
two, there was for sure three of us. I know for sure three
You
of
were
us.
a good tipping table.
Yes.
Okay.
But one, why it was, maybe it's because he had a great big beard.
Tipping for licking?
But it was,
Licking for
and it
tipping.
wasn't bad, but it was weird. I've never been
That is
licked.
a weird
I've
one.
never been licked by a waitress before, or a server before.
Not in the face.
But what was weird too is, so I felt bad. I'm like, do I go
I
and
think you should go for the ear.
wash my face off? So I didn't. Like, I stayed there the entire time with like this licked girlness
Well,
on me.
you're at a strip joint.
It was still
There's
weird.
worse that could be on your face.
Fuck was his name though? It's gonna bother me the
better.
whole.
Could be
It's gonna
better.
bother me the entire episode. I know it started with a K.
Kyle.
There was another dude named Larry. I remember Larry was there. It might have been Kyle. Crustachio. I believe that's what it was. Kirkenstachen.
So you guys stayed.
Yep.
After, so it worked again.
Effectively, we only stayed for like 2 more drinks, but yeah, it did work.
So she got 2 more sets of tips.
Yeah, that was.
Was she a
weird, though.
stripper?
No, she was a waitress.
So,
and
like-
we even asked her that.
Yeah.
We're like, are we ever going to see you on stage? She's like, no. She
Sometimes
just
they
serves
pull
drinks.
double duty. Sometimes they'll pull you
She
into
wasn't
the
really-
private area.
She wasn't really built like a stripper either. She was, and not that anybody could be a stripper, but like the strippers
On
at this
second
place, they were
thought, she
all-
was a dude.
right? They were all like, very buxom and whatnot, and she was just an average girl,
But sometimes average girl can get
Absolutely.
like,
But in hindsight, I'm like, one, I should have done more when that girl started licking my face. But two,
Were you single at the time?
I don't remember. I don't remember. I know I wasn't married, and I know I wasn't dating my
For
wife
the sake
yet.
of stories and people possibly watching, you were single.
Yes, I was single.
Yeah.
I might have been. It was so long ago. Do you remember? Okay. Do you remember anything except for little flashes
No,
pre-child?
I don't remember things.
But pre-child. So pre-children. So before you had your
my
kid.
child. I
Yes.
thought you meant pre-me as a child. I'm like,
Yeah, when you're in the womb.
no.
I remember little flashes of being either
Happy?
single or and having money, but it's all a big blur, and yeah, it's all kind of a fucking blur.
Yeah, I can remember things, but it's better times. I mean,
I wouldn't
less
say-
anger, less frustration.
Yeah, that's for sure. I love my kids more than anything, and I'm very glad I have my kids. And kids, they don't make you a better person; they make you a different person for sure. But man, I remember being able to sleep all day, just laying in fucking bed,
Do whatever you want. Now you have to get
spend money wherever you want, go wherever the
babysitters.
fuck you
Well,
want.
now you have a kid that'll babysit, right?
Yeah, I'm still an idiot.
He's not gonna light the house on fire, like most likely. So you don't leave him alone.
Oh, we leave them alone, but
You're
call
still
up every
worried.
now and then. Dexter, what have you set on fire?
If it's in the
Nothing.
backyard, fine. But 15 minutes in, I went and saw the Marvels.
Wow. Phil was bugging me to go see this movie. I said, I
I wanted-
absolutely will not
It
go see
is
this movie.
tradition for you to go see crappy Marvel movies.
Yeah.
With me or without me.
But there's crappy.
You can get a cut off the internet digitally.
Yeah,
paying for
is it on Disney Plus yet? I'll watch it when it's on Disney Plus.
I'm going to save that and use that against you and cut off the winking.
Do you know there's some people that can't wink?
Do you know there's some people who can't whistle?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Did you know there's some people who, so like if I tell you.
Aren't white?
Fuck. Always back to racism. That should be cut out. But you know how you have the ability that if I tell you, picture your son in the blue shirt, and you can just picture your son in the blue shirt. I can't remember the name for it. Phil's going to look it up and put it right here. But there is a condition where people can't form pictures of the thoughts that you give them. Or if I was to say to you, picture a dragon with a tennis racket, you could put it together in your head. There's people
Like
that can't.
Pete's dragon with a tennis racket.
There's people that can't. They don't have the ability to form pictures of the stuff that you tell them.
There's a condition
Condition, yes.
like that.
Yeah. They're called stupid ass people.
Put that on TikTok. So
Sorry, you saw the Marvels.
Marvels was a good movie. It was very action packed and fun, and I think that was the main thing. It's like it's a fun movie to watch. Did it have like an amazing storyline? No, it was just a pretty quick and easy movie. The three girls, they keep
Yeah, like because they're wearing the wrist thing, they've swapped powers.
swapped.
Yeah.
They keep swapping back and forth, and then they have to figure out how to fight like that because they're stuck swapping back and forth anytime they use their powers.
Yeah.
At the same time.
That's what I just fucking said, and I didn't see the movie.
At the same time. So if you can use your powers, if no one else is using the power, I just did the Spider-Man thing.
So you're saying that there's one scene where Monica Rambeau and Betsy Marvel, what's her name again?
Miss Marvel.
Yeah, Betsy Marvels are swapping,
Yeah.
and then they
The
go into each
scissoring.
other's.
They go into each other's.
go into each other's
scissors.
powers.
Yeah. Nope.
Mrs. Marvels,
They
No,
they
Miss
happen
Marvel's-
to be using their powers at the
Captain
same
Marvel,
time.
and Mrs. Marvels, and Monica Marvels. Is that what their names are? Monica Marvels, Mrs.
Captain
Marvels,
Marvel,
Captain Marvels,
Miss Marvel,
Marvels,
and Monica Rambeau has a different
Marvels.
title.
Mrs. Marvels.
I forgot what it was.
There's Miss Marvels, Captain Marvels, and Mrs. Marvels.
Could be. I think it's Dr. Marvel.
I believe it's Professor Marvel,
Marvel Marbles. Marvel.
Professor Marvel.
They just keep switching, and then they have to figure out how to fight that way so they can defeat the bad guys. Then there's a singing scene where they're on a planet where the only way they can talk to each other, this is the vocabulary, is singing. So it's like Once More with Feeling, or the new Star Trek one, where it's like, it becomes a musical. But they don't go hard into it. They just do like a scene that way.
You could tell me that this movie had gorgeous, naked
Buxom,
brunette,
yeah.
buxom women walking around, and just because Brie Larson's in it and it's a Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel story, whatever she's called, I'm not going to watch it.
But you said you would.
You know what? I'll fall asleep to it, and then I'll give it a 3 out of 10. I'll give it a 3 out of 10. But the problem is, Brie Larson is horrible. But Brie Larson aside, it just looked dull. Like, and not dull as in nothing happened, but dull as in this is forgettable garbage. And maybe that's obviously what a lot of people want to see it for.
All the Marvel movies right now are forgettable garbage.
And I just I've had enough of that.
It's a fun time to go see in the theater, but it doesn't mean anything, and it should.
You know what? I don't need all movies to mean something, but there's been too many of these from Marvel. There's been too many shows and too many movies that are just instantly forgettable and just the same shit over and over.
Reminds me what J.J. Abrams was trying to do with his universe.
What universe?
The Cloverfield universe?
Oh, yeah.
No, not Cloverfield. I'm right.
The chlorine universe.
The chlorine
bleach universe.
Chlorine field. It's like when he's just like grabbing these movies and then just trying to transplant
chlorine style
little
chlorine bleach.
Easter eggs to then bring the whole thing together, and it's just not happening.
You know how Easter eggs get so white?
It's like when Phil explains things he's trying so hard, but it just never works out.
You look like you're trying to screw on a robot's tits. God, I was reminded today of how bad that Army of the Dead movie was. My God. My kid was watching something on YouTube about it.
But it was fun.
No.
Aside from
everything.
The helicopter pilot.
Aside from everything. You know what? Tig Notaro has grown on me. Not in that I'd watch a Tig Notaro special, but in that if I was to rewatch Army of the Dead, which I never will, I wouldn't hate it as much. And yeah, that's right. She is in Discovery. And I don't hate Tig Notaro, but her type of comedy is not very what's the right word? Like with Jerry Seinfeld.
Dry.
Yeah, but Jerry Seinfeld, you can come into it at any mood that you're in, and you'll be like, it's Seinfeld, he's funny.
Not very, very into Seinfeld. I like the show.
But Tig Notaro is like, you got to be in a mood for her kind of comedy. Yeah. And only once when I was in the mood and I heard her doing a joke, I'm like, all right, that's kind of funny. And then I was like, Tig Notaro is kind of a cool lady. That makes me laugh. That would definitely change if I was to revisit anything that I saw her in. But when I first saw her, I'm like, no, this is not for me.
Did you see
Nope.
Loki?
No.
Season 2?
Nope.
Did you see Secret Invasion?
No.
Rob is skipping all the Marvels.
Did you see the 45 or 55 Japanese horror film, 3 hours long, called Kwaidan? No?
You're being that guy again.
Funny how you're not watching those movies.
You're being that guy again, Rob.
Did you watch... what else did I watch that was really old? Oh, I watched The Long
Myself
Hard
on
Friday.
A podcast.
It's a Bob Hoskins movie. I want to say from the late 70s. I think it's called The Long Hard Friday. The guy played Eddie Valiant. He's a British actor.
I was going to say, it sounds like the guy from Saved by the Bell.
Yep. Remember Saved by the Bell? Starring Bob Hoskins. Yeah, that was Bob Hoskins. Remember you would come out dressed as Eddie Valiant saying, where's Roger Rabbit?
What's the principal's actor name?
How in the sweet fuck would I know the guy from Saved by the Bell? I know. Okay, let's see if I can name the guys from Saved by the Bell. There's
Let's
AJ.
Ask.
There's AJ.
Ask.
Ask who?
Oh, you're going to name the character names?
Yes. There's AJ.
No.
Yeah.
No. You're close.
DJ.
No, that's Full House.
Okay. All right. So what am I doing again? Man House?
Where am I?
What's it called? Schoolhouse.
Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell.
Oh my God.
There's.
I
know their fucking names. There's a Screech.
Yep.
There's a Rick.
No.
A Mike.
No.
There's Brad.
No. There's 2 other guys.
Okay. You sure one's not Rick?
Yeah.
Stan. Steve. Steven.
Okay, the lead character starts with a Z. Or in the States, a Z.
No, the other way around, stupid. Where's Zed? There's the... Zach. Yes. All right, I got Zach.
Last name. Now that you know,
Zach
it'll just roll off your tongue.
Morrison.
You were so close.
What is it?
Morris.
Is it Morris?
Yeah.
All right, the other one.
No.
Zeppo. Tony, because he's like an Italian dude, isn't he? He's like a Hispanic guy.
Is he Italian? Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Hispanic guy. He's
Might be
he's definitely
Italian.
not white. He's
But air conditioner.
freezy, coldy,
Acronym.
icy,
Acronym. Of
AC Slater, AC
there
Slater,
you
freezy.
go. AC Slater.
That was pretty bad. Freezy Slater.
Now the women.
Oh Christ.
Nope.
Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
She has a really odd last name. I'm sorry if you haven't that last name.
We're gonna be here forever. I'm not gonna know. Is it Sandy Pebbles? Shawarma?
If I give you the first name, maybe you'll get the second name just by
Maybe.
memory. Kelly.
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 Not Bundy.
Nope.
Kelly.
Zach Morris and
Kelly Cramble.
Oh.
Cramson. Crabble. Bickles. Kelly
Kapowski.
See, I can get it. Fucking never got Kapowski.
And
Susan.
nope.
Brenda.
Starts with a J.
Jolene.
AC Slater and
Jolene.
no.
Jennifer.
Oh god.
Jorel. Jody.
I'll give you the last name.
All right.
Spano.
Jody Spano.
No.
Julie Spano.
No.
Jorel Spano.
No.
Julian Spano.
No.
Julia Spano.
No.
Jennifer Spano.
No.
Jorella.
Jesse.
Jesse Spano. All right.
And
Michelle. Monica.
I'll give the
Rambo.
I'll give the last name.
All right.
Maybe it'll be a giveaway. Turtle.
Slippers. Slippers Turtle. Shawarma. Schmenkels.
Screech and
Shirella. Shirella Turtle. Shirelle.
Lisa
Turtle. Really? Your name's Lisa Turtle?
And the principal is Mr.
Beckencock.
You're almost there.
Beckendeck.
You had the
Benedict.
BE.
What? B-E.
It
Beaner.
makes sense if you listen to
Beecher. Benison. Benedict. Benedon. Benelin. Buggerkunk. I don't know, what is it?
Belding.
Belding.
Mr. Belding.
Oh, Mr. Belding.
And it's funny because Belding. Yeah, it's a school.
Yep.
Waiting for the bell to ding.
So we've got
Belding.
Zach Morris, AC Slater, Screech, Leslie. No. No.
I forgot
Kelly
Screech's
Kapowski?
real name in the show.
Sarah. No. Spano.
Jesse Spano.
Jesse Spano and Lisa Turtle. And Mr. Beldings. I'm pretty fucking good. I basically wrote the show.
Now,
I never would have guessed.
now name the teachers that you can remember.
Mr. Brown.
Mr. Carruthers.
You watched a lot of the show, didn't you?
I've seen it all.
Fuck.
Even the college years. I've seen the ones where they go to the stupid resort and they're helping out at the resort. Monarch.
Yeah. I'm enjoying the shit out of Monarch. My favorite.
I was going to wait till the end of it and then to binge watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
But then you're like, I'm watching Monarch. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll watch the first 2 or 3 episodes.
It
and we'll
kind of
see.
sucks because it is real cliffhangers, man.
It's so good.
So yeah, the show is really, really well done. I am just fucking
and who makes it?
Apple.
They're doing better on their series than their TV. Than
They
their
really
movies.
are. And you know what? It comes down to I feel like they are writing out an entire season, or maybe even doing the Breaking Bad thing, writing out the entire mythology of how they want this story to be. and then filming it with the end in mind. You know, doing the fucking excuse me, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, beginning with the end in mind. That's one of the lessons. It's the third habit of 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Third habit is to begin with the end in mind. Hey, I know what I'm talking about. I read a book.
It just sounds like your words are just spewing out of your face.
It went to a neophyte.
That's what I heard.
I said it sounds like they are beginning with the end in mind, which is a
Neophyte.
by an author named Lisa Turtle.
Jack Neophyte.
Jack Neophyte. But no, it feels like they really took their time to figure out, okay,
How do we splice this show into what we have in the movies?
also, how do we like build characters that people care about? And this is my argument when it comes to Marvel and why I think the Marvel universe,
Sucks at series, except for Loki.
but and where I think they'll continue to suck in the movies, and where the DC EU has where they'll make their biggest mistake is with Monarch. These 3 main characters, you could argue that, you know, the children, the son and the daughter of Hiroshi are characters, but the 3 main characters, right? The John Goodman,
John Goodman was used
as a young kid. No, but it's him as a young kid. So Randa,
okay.
his wife,
That half of the series.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Those 3 actors are the Wyatt Russell, that actor who I can't remember, he's from Workaholics, and that Asian actress. They're the 3 key actors, and I feel like they really built
main arc.
Yeah, they really built their story and where they're going. We're following these 3 people.
It's so much more interesting than the kids.
Yeah. Oh
But
man,
the kids
so
is
much
still
more interesting.
good, but it's not. But maybe it's only good because we're waiting for the monster scenes.
And I feel like the kids are like the kind of the there's, you know, the crust around the pie. So you've got this awesome pie that's really good, but then you got the crust around it. That's what the kids are.
But sometimes there's like little sugary goodness on the pie, and you enjoy the crust, but it's not as good as the main content.
The CG is fantastic.
Amazing.
Really enjoying the CG. And my favorite part, and I knew I was going to enjoy it, and I'm very happy I am, is...
Except with the CG, did you notice that, and this isn't a spoiler or anything, when there's the claws of a certain monster going through metal, I won't say what it is, it's very repetitive, like it's using the same
it feels the same
action,
animation.
and it's not a different
But
one. It's a small little thing.
It's the same animation, but different angles
Orientation.
that you're watching it at. So
Yeah.
you're watching originally the actor's down that way, and then it watches it, and you're watching it, and like, yeah, that seems kind of
Because it's just like my brain went, that was the same.
Not to mention the kind of gravity of that situation, like when that claw comes in and slams down, it feels like it's just kind of tearing through tinfoil instead of tearing through this massive thing it should be. But yeah, again, small fucking complaints.
Small tidbits.
My favorite part is
We are watching complain.
how Wyatt Russell is perfectly playing his dad as a younger man. He is doing so fucking well as... and it'd be so easy to play your own dad because you've been fucking grown up with this guy your entire life, so you know all of his little nuances.
Yeah.
He's getting them dead on, and I'm really enjoying that part of it. He's doing really good.
My wife is even like, when's the next one?
Yeah, right?
So go watch it. Monarch's really good.
Yep.
I think we're on the fourth episode
show.
is coming up.
Yep.
Today, tomorrow, this week. I think the next day or two. By the time this is out.
Because you're so bad and lazy at editing.
Well, previous episodes that we've done have been taking like 12 hours to encode.
That's right. Tell the people what you got.
Now I got a new computer. I mean, the wife got a new computer. And
That
I use predominantly.
Thief.
And
While your wife has an abacus.
yeah, she's using an. That's all you need for nursing, because nurses don't need to know things.
You know what you do? Just if someone's got like a big bloody wound, just throw the little bead from an abacus at it, and that'll clog up the.
Yeah, I was like,
Then
she
use the
comes
little
home and
string.
says nursing's hard, and I'm like, how hard can nursing be?
Right.
Idiots.
But do you have one of those bumper stickers that says, "Give a registered nurse a life," or what are those bumper stickers?
give a registered.
There's
nurse a
bumper
life?
stickers and shit where they're like, "I'm a registered
No,
nurse."
mine,
so
mine
I'm like
says
Christ.
registered nurses need a life. Fucking idiots.
Or yours should say, My wife's a registered nurse, but she's got me, so what else could she need?
It's a long sticker.
I'll show you a long sticker.
So you started watching Invasion, the
Yep.
first season.
Yeah, first season Invasion. I enjoy it. I am enjoying it. It is not what I expected. I thought I would be seeing a show about an alien invasion and kind of like a War of the Worlds, like a fighting during an alien invasion. It's not that at all. And I was a little kind of taken aback by that. But then I really started getting into it. Like I'm enjoying watching these stupid cat.
And wondering what it could be.
Yeah, and watching.
Earthquake.
You know what that is? It's this fucking cat. I hate this cat. This cat follows me everywhere, and I hate it.
I'm just glad it didn't fall over.
I can't stand this cat.
Not the cat, the tripod.
I'd be okay with this cat falling over into a fucking
Do you want me to step on it?
into a underneath a bus tire.
What else have you been watching?
I have been watching a British show from the 80s called Bottom. I just finished it
Bottom.
this morning. Oh, it's a wonderful show with Adrian Edmondson and Rick Mail. And then The Young Ones, which is the show that a friend of mine who had British parents.
Was it Keith?
Yes, him and I went to strip
Because
joint.
he's very British.
No, it's my friend Carrie, a wonderful man, who introduced me to this wonderful show called The Young Ones. Again, British show. It's where I first saw Aid Edmondson and Rick Mail, and Nigel Planner's in it, and it's an amazing show. If you do get the opportunity to even find it on YouTube, it's even my son was watching. And he's looking over at me like, "What is going on in this show?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's a crazy show, but it's a good show." So I've been watching a lot of older stuff.
Have you ever watched Black Books?
Black Books.
I think that's what it's called.
The Blacklist.
No, Black Books. It's like a really dry British, like sarcastic, dry British comedy show.
No, I watched the
I think you would
Blackadder.
love it.
Blackadder was a good dry. Go away.
No, put it on camera. Come here. Come here. Come here.
Go get
Come
fucked.
here.
Go get
There
killed.
you go. That's what you want. You want me. Yeah, pussy that actually comes to me. For me?
Don't say that about the cat. It's a boy cat too.
So I've been watching a lot of anime on Crunchyroll.
Geek.
Yeah, that's weird because like the anime that I'm into is like that cliche like it's the stuff it's the someone dies and they get reincarnated as like this fantasy character that they've always wanted to be.
The only anime I like was Attack on Titan.
You would like harem anime, where like the main character always has a harem of girls around him
Nice.
and with big tits.
But then it's just like my real life. See? It's awful. Once you let it
I've
near
just
you.
made it worse. What do you do?
That's what I tell you. Don't let it near you.
Don't do that. I watch Marvels, and like this cat could like have these things coming out of it.
It already has things coming out of it. Shouldn't be
Yeah,
alive.
I've heard of the poop stories. Is that with this one?
No.
Maybe we're
No, they have their $700 litter box.
Anyway, that's the kind of anime I like. Is the
Big tits. Cat assholes.
cat assholes? What? That's my drink.
See? That's why it's awful.
What
But
do
you brought this on
energy
yourself
drink
by
in
being
there.
nice to it.
This is our show.
I'm not nice to the cat, so that's why it always wants to be around me. But because I hate it and throw it whenever it comes near me,
It's like
it just wants
more.
to exist in the same space as me.
Thanks, cat. See, where?
Get fucked. You know I don't like you. Go away.
He says the same thing about me. Mostly after we're done podcasting.
Go fuck yourself.
That too.
Smelly ape. I'm not even gonna look at it.
That's what your wife say.
I'll eat it, but I won't look at
Maybe
it.
it'll go away if I don't look at it.
That's what they say about me.
So that's a good way to close the show.
With the cat?
Do you have anything else you want to
Nope.
talk about? What are we gonna do next week on the show? What's that one I pushed off from this week?
Oh, Gremlins.
We're gonna watch Gremlins as our first movie in our classic Christmas marathon.
And you know another thing that we're gonna watch.
CCI.
My family. I wanted to force my family to watch it, but they won't. One member has already seen it, and she outright refuses to watch it again. But have you ever seen the Star Wars Christmas special?
Yes.
Well, we're going to watch it again,
Oh.
and then we're going to go over it because there's a documentary coming out, I believe, December 5th about the Star Wars Holiday
Can
Special.
we just watch that?
No, we can watch both, but the one that we'll do an episode on is the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Okay, I'll write that in. I have some other options. We can discuss this on the show, and we'll see what gets in the show. The Family Man.
What the fuck is that?
It's a Christmas movie. I'm trying to find some like different things, like await further instructions. Have you ever watched that one?
Nope.
It's like a horror Christmas movie, so you might enjoy it. 12 Disasters of Christmas looks horrible, and I want us to
shit.
watch it.
You know what else we're going to watch? Saving Christmas, that Kirk Cameron movie that's all about how God saved Christmas.
Oh,
we're
no.
fucking watching that.
You know what I enjoyed?
What?
Left Behind.
That movie stinks.
I liked
That movie
I liked
fucking sucks.
I liked the concept, though. You know how I like the concept
You
of
love
these
Kirk Cameron.
sci-fi movie?
No,
Yes,
you
I
love
do.
Kirk Cameron.
Yeah, it goes back to Growing Pains.
He gave me some growing.
That means if I do that. It's not the word.
Living
on the child.
Living the
No.
sing, baby.
All right.
You know what? I remember Alan Thicke is the dad.
Oh my God. What's his name?
Joanna Kearns is the mom. Tracy Gold?
What's Kirk Cameron's name in the show?
Mike Seaver.
Oh, man.
Is that his name?
Yeah,
Hey, got it.
I think.
Or
And
is,
then the brother.
or is that the family
the
ties?
brother?
He didn't have a brother.
Yes, he did.
He had a sister.
He does that. Too.
Tracy Gold was the sister.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I don't know.
He gets handcuffed in the intro to the chair, the office chair.
I remember Alan Thicke because he's Canadian.
Okay.
Joanna Kearns was the mom.
I'll give you his last name.
Seaver. Show me that smile, man.
Ben Seaver.
Ben
He
Seaver.
was like a geek in the show.
He was a fucking geek.
And then he grew up. And then
Do you
he
remember-
befriended who?
Teen Wolf.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, that's Leonardo DiCaprio. She's like, You know what? Do you remember
I've watched
on
all those too.
Family Ties, they had a buddy named Boner?
Yeah.
And when I remember, I'll never forget.
It wasn't on Family Ties, though, was it? It was
I
on.
could
the-
have swear that was on Family Ties.
Boner was in. Was it Growing Pains?
Was it Growing Pains? I could have sworn it was Family Ties. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think it's Growing Pains.
But all I remember is that this one part, he goes off, he joins the army, and he leaves to go fight in,
It was
in
Growing
something.
Pains.
Yeah, and then it said at the end, it came up like a full screen thing. It said, "Good luck, Bone," and I'm like,
Boner was the weird
nerdy friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not nerdy, but just weird, like different.
nerd.
He's Boner. Bonner.
He probably had autism.
And then I think Leonardo DiCaprio came in as like the little brother.
Boner replacement.
Kind of. But he was like the sketchy dude that had to learn not to be so rough and tumble or not to be street. He was
I'd
a
let
street
Leonardo
kid.
DiCaprio be rough and tumble on me, if you know what I'm saying.
Full House. Name
Oh.
the characters.
Okay, there's Dad.
Okay, that's not his name.
There's Uncle Jesse.
Jesse what?
Uncle Jesse Montgomery. No, it's going to be Tortellini, Buccaccini. It's an Italian name.
Slater.
Uncle Jesse Slater. Uncle Jesse Spano.
No.
It's
Oh,
got
you know
it's
what? It's one of those like weird long ones.
How the fuck? I thought you were asking me because you knew what it was.
No, I don't. Off the top of my, it's
Jesse Spugarelli. Buggarelli.
What's okay, Google. What is Jesse's name in Full House?
Katsopoulos. I would have never got. Oh, he's Greek. He's not Italian.
That's
he's
right.
Greek.
Yeah.
Because Katsopoulos is a Greek name.
Thank you. Oh, you just gave away. You spoiled it.
This show from 1988.
So name the characters that you just heard.
There's Jesse.
What's Jesse's?
Danny. Danny is the dad.
Yeah.
Danny's the dad.
What's his last name?
Spano. Seaver. John Jorian. Bob Jorian. Danny Huxtable. Danny Chalamet. Danny Mickerton.
Starts with a T.
Thompson.
Just say
Trail.
Danny.
Danny Terrier. Danny Tramdor.
When was the last person with the name Terrier that you
Tramdor.
met?
Danny Tramdor. He's the guy I went to school
Tanner.
with. Tanner. Danny Tanner. Jesse
Had to stop
Spano.
him at some point. No.
Dave Tanner. DJ was a girl.
Yeah.
Angela.
Nope. That was Who's the Boss?
Okay. Olsen twins.
R.
Pamela.
Nope. That's Baywatch. Not the same twins.
Borman. Briere. Lisa. Shui. Michelle. DJ, and Barbara Tanner.
Starts with an S.
Susie Tanner.
Last name is Tanner.
Stanley Tanner. Stan Tanner.
Steph-
Stantana. Stephanie Tanner.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. It's okay.
Okay. What's the funny uncle?
Isn't that Uncle Dave?
No.
Dan?
His name.
He's playing
in
Dave
real-
Coulier.
Yeah.
Mike? Joe.
Almost.
Joe.
Almost.
Joey.
Yeah.
Yay.
What's his last name?
Tanner. They're Tanners.
Oh, I know what it is.
Yeah, Tanner.
No.
Joey Tanner.
No, he wasn't.
Joey Spano. Turtle.
What was Joey's relation to Danny?
He was his dead wife's brother.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's one thing I
And
remember.
what's
the
his
show
last name?
is he brought in his friends to live there because his wife had just died.
Yeah. It's a sad, depressing start to the show. To a
I had a
comedy.
massive crush on
By the way, it's
Cand-
Gladstone. Joey Gladstone.
Gladstone, on Candace Cameron. Man,
Really, Candace? Yeah.
yeah. When the C and the N started bending around the sides.
Older Stephanie. When she at the end of the show, she was.
Like 14.
But I was the same age.
I don't remember them. I remember Candace Cameron
It
only because
was the thigh-high stocking she would always rock. That did it for me.
I don't know. I remember I had a massive boner for Candace Cameron. Tiffany Amber Thiessen, but not from Saved by the Bell. Just she was on. She was on.
She was hot.
Was she on like a Beverly Hills 90210 show?
She was.
Was that the one she was on, Beverly Hills 90210? Because there was another one, right? It was called like Palmero Place or something.
I don't know. Melrose Place?
Melrose Place.
Was
that's
she
the
on
other
that?
one.
I don't know.
But
Welcome to us trying to remember things.
remember things from our past. Wasn't this a boring episode, everyone?
Who's the boss? Go.
Tony Spanner, Angela,
No. It's,
Mona,
what is his last name in that?
Tony Sprano.
No.
What's his Tony Spanza? It's
Tony
like
Danza. No, that's
Tony
the real.
Danza's his real name. It's like Spano or something. Tony Spano, Angela, Danny. Danny is the kid.
No.
Her son? Is his name
No.
Danny? Richie. Freddie. The mother is Mona.
And
then his daughter
is
Julie Bell.
God, I can't believe
Lulabelle.
Can't believe I can't.
I believe his
remember
daughter's name is Lulabelle.
What are? Hey Google, what are the kids in Who's the Boss?
On the website imdb.com, they say, together they raised their kids, Samantha Michelli and Jonathan Bauer, with help from
Jonathan and Samantha.
man-crazy mother.
Wow. What an exciting episode this was. Us listening
Well,
to Google.
I'm sure if anyone is actually still watching, they were
No one's
like,
watching.
I'm actually.
IMDb. Together they raised
Yours is so much slower than the one, and mine is like a first gen fucking Google Home Mini.
Angela's
Closed, and that's made just for doing that. And you should put one right here.
I will next time.
No, right on the table.
I do believe I have one more spare.
You said you had two.
Well, I'm not going to bring it out because you'll steal it.
I have this.
All right. Welcome. No, wait. That's wrong.
I'm sorry you're never going to watch any more of our show.
We're sorry you've been watching this episode of Watch and Complain. If there was any part of it that you found interesting, let us know. And we'll be sure to do only that next time instead of trying to rehash. And if there are any shows that you want us to try to learned
remember.
the characters of, please let us know in the comments.
Or tried to figure out the point of those shows.
But I will. So I won't learn anything about them. But if you're like, all right, Rob, tell me the plot of No, there was a Hogan
Wings.
family. Wings. Yeah,
The Hogan
exactly.
family was awesome.
Was that what the show was called?
I
The
loved
Hogan
that.
family.
I think so.
Wasn't there a show called 8 is Enough? Was that the Hogan
No,
family?
that's 8 rules dating. No,
that's-
8 simple rules.
I don't know. Anyway, the point is, see if you can stump us, which will be very hard.
Tell us to go through this with any show you want.
We're sorry you've been watching Watch It Complain.
Not
Please
90210
follow
because
us
we don't know any.
on all of our socials, like YouTube and Grindr and Tinder and Exeter and Instagram and what's the other one? YouTube, I think. Can't remember. Probably already said it. Anyway, the point is, everybody have a good day.
The Starfield shirt.
Don't brag about your fucking Starfield shirt.